Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world, this is Uncle Funky Jones, and it's now time for the Poppa Blues and Southern Soul Show with your host, DJ Poppa C.
I am him and he is me. I am Poppa C, your host. Happy Monday, happy Monday. Thank you for joining us again on our Blues and Southern Soul Show. Hello, Sister Calloway. Reverend Ray Jones from the Second Corinth Missionary Baptist Church. We got over when I ministered from the church checking in, is Reverend Ray, man. My brother from another mother. Hello, Sandra Green, my cousin checking in. I enjoyed it at the club Sunday night. Boy, I mean, you was shaking them hips, Sandra. I don't know what was in that cup. I don't know if it was Sprite, Coke, or water, or 2% milk, but you were doing your thing. But thanks for coming out and supporting me at the club Sunday night. I appreciate it. So yeah, we're here for another Monday night edition of the Poppa C Blues and Southern Soul Show. And once again, we have another little hot lineup. Wine only. Okay, Sandra, wine. I know that wine had you moving a little bit. So yeah, we have another hot lineup, and I'm excited about tonight because I got an artist, man. I had to check out his music. I heard one of his songs. I just went down the list, gave myself a little mini concert, and did a little research. Found out he's a producer also and a writer. So we're gonna chop that up, and then we got young lady from the nonprofit. I'm gonna bring her on first, and of course I want my artist. He'll be the headline, so I'm gonna bring him on in about 45, 50 minutes, and y'all will find out who that is in just a little bit. This weekend was, another long Poppa C weekend, of course. Friday night I was in the club, and of course Saturday I joined the Texas Radio Hall of Famer, Uncle Funky Jones at the radio station, KTSU 90.9, for the ultimate backyard party, which is always a party because it was July 4th, and I tell you what, he was feeling it that Saturday. I mean, he's always feeling it, but he was just on one. And I envisioned all them folks from Sunnyside, 3rd Ward, 5th Ward, the North Side, South Side, doing anything. Yeah, as a matter of fact, when I left the station, young lady had texted me, telling me, woo! She said she was out there trying to clean her garage up, and she had the radio out there, but she had to stop, and she was partying in the garage. She said it was too hot to sweat. And I said, well, she went inside. But, so yeah, it was always a good time at the radio station, Uncle Funky. Which, speaking of Uncle Funky, he'll be joining me shortly. Hello, Lady Audrey. My Lady Audrey in the building. And then after I left the radio station, I went out to Katy, Texas to a place called Dirty Shirley's, which is a cigar spot and bistro. And it was really, really nice. It was a 4th of July party, and I did a track show with one of the guys. He was on my show a while back. He goes by the name of Mr. Willie. And if you don't have his music, man, he did his thing. And after he did his thing, we partied some more. I told him, look, I don't have a curfew, so wife's out of town, so let's do it. So we did it till I was satisfied. Do it till you're satisfied. Go and do it. So yeah, and of course, got home late, made myself get up and go to church. Get a Lord this time. It was only right. I don't get up and go to church, y'all. I feel guilty all day long. I don't know why, but I'm glad my soul is convicted. Because once I get there, I'm glad I'm there. I am. Of course, when I came home, I had to go give my horses some time. Feed my horses, and then back to the Pink Building. Well, my cousin, Sandra Green, who was hanging out with us tonight, came, and she came in. And normally she come in and she dance and have a good time, but Sandra was jamming. Even she pulled me out of the DJ booth. made me swing around for a minute. Hey, cousin Patricia, thanks for joining the show. Yeah, but I know I gave y'all a tease of a song I was listening to, and it hit my soul because it made me think of my mother. And I wasn't gonna rest till I find that song to share with y'all, and I found that song, but I can't play it till the end of the show because I'm tell y'all something. When my mother passed, man, I was hollow for a long time. I would let nobody see me cry. When I get in my car and drive on the freeway, I go hibernate in the corner. But when I heard that song, I heard it by accident. It was supposed to be a love song with somebody, but it instantly taught me, it just made me think of my mother, and I'm gonna play that at the end of the show. Yeah. Yeah, Sandra. Yeah, you were ready. You were ready last night, girl. I mean, you clean and came in and did your thing. Yeah, Lady Audrey, that song would take me out. It almost did, man. It just put me in a different spot. Yeah. But I was on the way to the, well, let me bring Uncle Funky in real quick and I'm going to tell the story. So, y'all help me welcome to the Texas Radio Hall of Famer, Uncle Funky Larry Jones.
Hey, Poppa.
I have one question for you.
Uh-huh.
You have your hat on. Do you have your boots on?
No, excuse me. It was raining earlier, and I had to go out to the mailbox.
Is that Miss Aubrey?
Hi.
So let's stick a head in the frame. Let me say hello to my hot chip eating buddy. As a matter of fact, I've never eaten those Funyuns, Miss Aubrey, but now I am addicted.
Tell them congratulations. Welcome.
Congratulations.
And let me tell y'all about these hot Funyuns while y'all listen. Miss Aubrey came to the radio station, and she has some Takis and some Funyuns up there.
My name is Audrey. Miss Audrey.
And she was eating and make it look so good. And I was looking at her and I said, man, I just can't take one Funyun from a kid. I think I did ask for one. I think I did. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Like, you didn't have to put me on blast like that. Huh? I guess I put myself on blast. But after that, I left. We went to eat, I believe. Was that day? Yeah. Let me tell you, I made a beeline to the store. And looked around like a little kid and got me some hot Funyuns, man. And I was eating them things on the way home, but I didn't get anything to drink. But I didn't mind suffering. Because when I got home, I downed 2 bottles of water. But ever since then, I've had me some Funyuns almost every week. And I came to the station with the donuts, and then I ate the donuts, like greedy kid I am. I said, man, I wish I had. I told Uncle, I wish I had me some of them Funyuns, man. But that probably was the last time that happened that I wish I had me some.
She's addictive like that, man. This kid is just fascinating. I tried one. I'm like, too hot. We go back. So, my chip of addiction or Ruffles.
Ruffles?
Oh, boy.
They have ridges.
I'm weak. I'm weak for the ridges. So I have to stay away. But yeah. Hey, Lady Audrey, appreciate your love. Thank you, Miss Green. Thank you, Mr. Feldman. Yeah, she pops in and out from time to time.
Yeah.
But man, 4th of July weekend, I appreciate you coming by the set so much because I knew you had another gig out in Katy, but the time you spent with me was enlightening because we have a good time. We play a nice variety of music, but
always
you gave me a couple of pieces that just I thought put the party on a whole nother level. So it was really good for you to swing by for me, my benefit, and I'm always grateful, man. But thank you for that. And we fell off into a little Mel Waiters groove, which I don't get a chance to do a lot. But when we spotlighted him, Brittany Waiters, his daughter, called me, and she said, "Uncle, it's so good to hear you and Papa C talk about Dad." And a lot of people like yourself didn't know that he was originally from San Antonio, had a great radio career before he started his singing career.
Yeah.
And he is San Antonio's favorite son. There's a Mel Waiters Way, and a lot of good things happen in San Antonio with Mel. So I was grateful that you brought that to the table Saturday, man. And we had
I learned a little bit of history. I
Oh,
also
yeah.
learned that you co-wrote a song with Mel.
I put a couple of words down on Smaller Club, Bigger the Party.
I bet Lady Audrey didn't know that.
I don't think I shared that with anyone before Friday. Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, people misconstrue, then they think about the money, then everybody, you know, I want, take you, this annual on the radio, must be against the law. And no, none of that. As a matter of fact, you won't find my name legally on that paper. So we have to use an alias to get that done. But after spending a couple of years with Mel on the road and very close with his record label, Malaco, at the time, and that's how all that started.
Yeah.
That was a part of how I became Funky Larry Jones, because the original Funky Larry was in New Orleans. He left to go to MCA Records, got away from that job, ended up at Malaco. I knew all the guys at Malaco when I was in Memphis under the name Doc Jones. So met Larry, we talked for funny cat, man, creative, really cool. And all he said, man, you're going to use the moniker, just keep it funky. You know, He died about 10, maybe 15 years ago, but a really cool cat. So he was always writing stuff, and, you know, I had a couple of corny lines here and there. And it just worked out. But Smaller Club, Bigger the Party.
Yeah.
Something I could call. And, you know.
Well, in memory of Mel and Backyard Party Saturday, I played it last night. Normally, when I'm winding down, I play a lot of little slow music to get them out of there for one, and that's the tone.
Mm-hmm.
I played it, and 8 people was in the club that got on the dance floor. So I pumped it back up for a minute, and I said, let me take it back down, because you Negroes are not going to keep me here all night long.
Yeah, but it's a great song, man.
It is. And still Hole in the Wall song, still club song, still party song, still get them up song.
Yes, sir.
Second from the DJ. It is.
And that's who he is, folks. The DJ.
But let me share something with you, dog. That song, Love Will Find a Way. I was listening to it on the way to the station this morning.
Oh, the jazz cut we played.
The jazz song you played.
Okay, yeah. Pharoah Sanders.
Pharoah Sanders. Yeah. And that song, the whole time we were in the radio station, conversating and finding music and playing, and it was that whole thought was in the back of my mind, that the deja vu, pseudo deja vu, when I went through and I exited the freeway, saw more and made that right. And so I went back the same way, because it stuck with me. And you know, life is what you make it. And we do a lot of complaining, but let me tell you, as a first responder, as a paramedic, over the years, I have learned to be thankful of all things, good days and bad days. You can call it wisdom, you can call it knowledge, you can call it maturity, you can call it life and whatever you want to call it, but I have. And I remember when I got my first job, when I cut my finger off when I was at TSU, good pitch. And I was working in the emergency room when we had a patient came in. I was a tech in the emergency room. I started my medical career in '84. And the person died. They said, okay, here they worked on him. I had to take the patient to the morgue. Put him in a little pan, take him downstairs, put him in the fridge. But that was my first experience of life and death, because I was so young. Life and death was real. And so, and I say that to say, when I was exiting, I seen the winos. I drew the picture for you. The winos, the trash. The guy sitting by the dumpster rolling his weed or crack pipe or whatever, and he driving a little bit further. You seen the, went across the track, of course. Nice homes, and it's like a movie. All in one set. You got this. And I don't know. Like I explained, Chili Bill, it put me in slow motion, man. Just to look at. I'm still proud of being from Third Ward, man. It's who I am. It made me. But looking, and I put that phone on YouTube, going back. Drove a little bit faster because I had a car behind me, but I still want to live that moment again. And so I want to play just a little bit for the listeners. And this is by Pharoah Sanders. It's called Love Will Find a Way. So I wanted to play just a little snippet, but it put me in the mindset of of life, and it was like I don't know, like a little movie in slow motion going down. I'm just observing, and it's funny how that song came out just as I exited. About love will find a way, because man, what those people going through, whether they in this tax bracket or no tax bracket, man, they are happy. They loving on themselves.
Yeah. I always give praise to God before we do anything. There's two sets of prayers that I pray, one in the shower and then one on the way. And the second set is actually in the studio. And the as you know, there is no formal script. I program everything on that show from the first song to the last song. It all comes from my heart. And I always ask God for a way maker. So this is the first day after a hectic 4th of July weekend, and a lot of different takes on a lot of different events with a lot of different people saying a lot of different things that I said, we need to filter. And love has always been the key for me. And we actually started the show with a piece from LTD, one from 76 called Love to the World. There's a prayer that Jeffrey and some kids do. And Lady Audrey, if you put your ears on, you'll hear the harmony. It'll just knock you down. The matching tone and same key for that song was the Pharoah Sanders Love Will Find a Way, which I goof around with. I dip into several different genres when I'm getting ready for a show, just like you do when you prepare for a club. So the love theme was there this morning.
Yeah.
Just to settle me. I had to dig down into some of the patients my mama had, and you have incidents where people try to take you out of your game or distract you from what your purpose is. And for about 2 minutes I was distracted, and I had to bring myself back in. I said, so let me sit down in front of this computer and find some music. And the thought this morning was just maybe we'll touch someone who just needed to chill in that hectic 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. rush. Didn't get the full cup of coffee. Kids did something crazy. Somebody cut them off on the freeway. Just any number of dumb things. So that was basically the theme this morning. I'm happy to hear that it touched you, and if it touched you, there's probably another 10,000 that felt the same way. But what I appreciate about your observation is that you were able to see the true grace of God, not only from where you came from, and yeah, you got the winos on the corner, you got some stuff going on, but you've been able to see the growth and the goodness by which all of our ancestors came through, in spite of everything they did. Here we are. Yeah. And that's what you saw this morning. And so that's a part of your growth, a part of our growth, our development. And that's how we continue to serve. And you've got one of the most hectic jobs on planet Earth, that once you get in that firehouse, at any given moment, man, you've got to be there to drag somebody out or save somebody's life, or throw somebody's hand back on because they've been decapitated because they got too close to some fireworks weekend. I can't imagine. And
I've seen it.
Yeah. So, kudos to you, and kudos to the refreshing voice of that sound of God that put you in a better place this morning. And
I love that opening prayer song too, man. It just, you just 1, 2, 3, 4.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, it was all on purpose. It was all on purpose. Yeah, Lady LTD, love to the world. Then there's the prayer and the song, and Jeffrey just sings his heart out, and he's asking Father God, please help us, because we need love to the world. So just one of those fascinating pieces out of, I think LTD came out in 76, and Pharoah Sanders came out in 78. And that big message era, we were still coming through. The Mighty Clouds of Joy were hot back then, with a piece called Mighty High.
Mighty High. Yeah.
Big disco song. And there's God's word right there on the dance floor. So, it doesn't stop. We minister, we do what we do. And every now and then we catch a blessing. So I'm happy you caught that this morning.
Oh yeah, we go from riding the Mighty High to stomping with Kirk Franklin.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. It's so perfect.
Yeah. All right, let's dive in.
All right, sir.
My first guest is my daughter was in a pageant in Dallas 2 weeks ago. And of course, it's a bunch of who's who and beautiful people, man, everywhere, of all different hues. Just a beautiful environment, I was glad that she had an opportunity to share in that, and the occasion was good. As I think I shared with you, the young lady who won Miss Texas was on the show, Miss Houston, when I had all the pageants on months ago.
I remember that, yeah.
And so, I was shaking hands, no kissing any babies, just shaking hands with a lot of babies there. So I didn't want to make sure, I'm not Donald Trump. So I was just shaking hands and networking and talking to folks.
Don't mention that man's name, please. Even in jest.
And so my daughter introduced me to this young lady, and she's has a lot of things going on. She's over a nonprofit and just busy doing some wonderful things. Of course, the show is the Blues and Southern Soul show, but we had politicians, we had business owners, we had finance people, we had, of course, doctors. And so I like the variety of the show, because you never know who can benefit from, whatever. And so I decided to invite her on the show, and she accepted. So help me welcome
Hi.
Tawana Walker Cadian.
Cadian.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for taking time to join our show on a Monday night.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, by the way, she says she ran across you years ago. You emceed a show or DJ'd an event she was at or something.
Probably host. I was never the DJ that you are, sir. So no, I left that stuff to you, Walt, Dave, Chili Bill.
Yeah.
Tawana, do you remember where we were?
I think it may have been a 12 Days of Christmas event.
Oh yeah. Those are real popular. Well, you look well. You look good.
Well, thank you. This is the rushing home from the medical center look.
Well, you wear it well, my friend.
Thank you very much.
So I'm curious to hear about your program and how we can help some people.
Well, thank you again for inviting me. It was a pleasure meeting you. I'd met your daughter on occasion um, with assisting with the Miss Houston organization. My daughters have been a part of that organization since they were tots, and now they are 20 and 23. Our nonprofit is Kelsey and Campbell's Kids Care Inc. And it was founded by my daughters when they were ages 6 and 8, believe it or not. And now my eldest daughter, Kelsey, graduated from Spelman College last May. And my youngest is a junior at Spelman College. Since prior to, let me clarify that, prior to founding Kids Care, my daughters, by design, were engaged in the community. Their first official community service act was when they were 2 and 4. We lived in Beaumont, Texas, the Golden Triangle. So prior to sitting down for Thanksgiving dinner or even watching parades, we went to the Salvation Army. And the girls' responsibility was to hand out the plasticware and napkins to those coming in to get warmth and a good meal for Thanksgiving. So when we moved to Cypress from Beaumont, that is when the Sandy Hook shooting occurred. And it was as simple as this. The children were afraid because all of a sudden immediately the security changed at the school, like immediately, effective immediately. And with them, the kids having access to information as much as I may have tried to shield my children because I wanted to be able to deliver that information in a way that would not be traumatizing. When you're in classrooms filled with other kids, they got the information and they wanted to figure out a way to help. And what they decided was to have their friends write letters for the families who lost their children at Sandy Hook. And I'm telling you, it was a beautiful thing that parents and the community got involved. And we put a bucket at the front door and they were dropping off letters. And the conversation in the back seat with the girls is like, we want people to know that kids care too. And so thus the name Kelsey and Campbell's Kids Care Inc.
It is fascinating. Just the experience. Your story is very similar to mine in my single dad days. One of the very first events that my oldest daughter was a part of was the feeding at the George R. Brown Convention Center.
Mm-hmm.
And Sonny was like, "Dad, I didn't realize there were so many people hungry." And that impression at age 11 or 12 stayed with her. She is now a corporate manager for United Airlines and is a part of their community service program for the Chicago Bears and the Chicago White Sox. And we were just laughing about it the other day. And I said, "Kid, you're still doing the community service work." She said, "Dad, I got it from you." It was that.
Mm-hmm.
So to know your girls. And this is where I guess, Poppa, you're more Bible verse than I am, but that passage about raise up a child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you instill these pieces of compassion and community work, and it we wouldn't have known, but I'm glad it did develop into what your girls are doing. I mean, they're free to do whatever they want to do because mama has raised them as college graduates, and yet they still have that anchor to the community.
Oh, absolutely.
Standing work.
Absolutely. One of the things, our Kids Care motto is to encourage children and adults alike to exhibit compassion in action that you just mentioned. And it's not just about us serving, but it's about developing young leaders to exhibit compassion in action. And when we kind of lay it out for them, where you're saying you see something, and a lot of people feel really paralyzed, like they don't know what to do.
Mhm.
And we dialogue with what we call our kids care ambassadors on how we can assist. Actually, this time last year, we were organizing with our transportation partner, which we're so grateful for, Two Men in a Truck, and we were organizing one of our much loved mission drives to collect for those people impacted by the floods in Kerr County. So this is what we were doing last year. Two Men in a Truck have they've been essential for us. Flooding that took place in Louisiana, flooding that took place in the Golden Triangle. They have been our transportation partner, where our community has been very generous in helping and donating. And we filled the 26-foot truck up, top to bottom, front to back, side to side, and they donate the men to help deliver those needed supplies. So it is ongoing. But when you speak of a scripture, what I always remind people is the scripture that says the poor will always be amongst us.
Right.
So the only variable that will change is who is poor for whatever reason. When we first began, one of the first places we went was to the Mission of Yahweh Homeless Women and Children Shelter off of 290 in Gessner. That in itself is an amazing story. But Mother Helen Gay was a double amputee who was letting women and their children stay in her home. And the neighbors saw what she was doing and they began to add on to her home. But our first visit to the Mission of Yahweh, we done a peanut butter and jelly drive with Sydney Felton was Miss Harris County teen at the time. We collected peanut butter, jelly, bread, crackers, and we brought it there. When we went, number one, there were two women there that were Cy-Fair ISD teachers that were living in this homeless shelter. There was one woman that was there that had a doctorate degree but had been diagnosed with cancer. And then everything that happened at missed work, doctor's appointment, medical bills, and she found herself. So for me, I really just hold on to the fact that scripture says that the poor will always be amongst us. So we need to always be ready, or at least to make ourselves ready to assist in whatever way that we can.
Yeah. By the grace of God, go on. I mean, it at any point in time, any one of us could fall into a situation. But we have great folk like you, and like I said, the first organization I joined when I joined the Community of Faith was our Compassion in Action team, and we every Wednesday we feed 18,000 folks in the Acres Homes area. So that weighed on me as well, because the continuing effort that Chillabelle and I would do with the clothing drives, the food drives, it just became a staple. And I'm really not trying to toot our own horn. I'm trying to connect with you and your girls, and the fact that this city has that kind of compassion. I don't think I can say it enough. And caring. You don't really. Well, I haven't seen it in a major city like this on this level. And again, I'm just co-signing to salute you and you ladies and the outreach that you're actually training younger kids to develop that eye. Our granddaughter, is he hungry, Poppy? Would he like something to eat? I said, well, ask him. I don't know. And he wanted a cup of coffee and a sandwich. And this is from a 9-year-old on her way to school. So I get what you're saying about recognizing sometimes you're nervous, you don't know what to say. Just ask. A smile and an ask will go a long way. So, and I didn't mean to dominate the conversation, Papa. I apologize for that.
Oh no, I always enjoy it. I always enjoy it, man. I don't have anywhere to go tonight. I'm gonna stay to you. I'm enjoying the view.
I'm just ready that it was instilled in me, and not necessarily by words, but what the lifestyle of my family was. My mother is from Port Arthur, Texas, originally. My dad is from Nome, Texas, originally. And if I start with my dad, he talked about how his grandfather would ride the horse. There was a one-room school in Nome, Texas. Nome is like population 550. His grandfather, excuse me, would ride the horse. His name was Henry Dent. He was a preacher. He
Mhm.
said the kids would get so excited if they saw Papa Henry riding his horse through the town because they knew on his way back he was going to stop and he would have some type of snacks for the kids.
Mhm.
I saw my grandfather, my father's father, um, always giving to others, supporting other people. When you grow up in the country, if somebody needs a hand hauling some hay, people just kind of jump in. My mother's father, his name was Frank Webb, and he would say things like, "I want to go hustling with me." So
Mhm.
hustling meant we were going to get on the back of his camper, and he would pull up to whatever grocery store he'd made partnership with. And so whatever foods were about to go bad or canned goods that were going to go bad, they would box it up and give it to him. And he would distribute those things. Both of my grandfathers, like 6'4", tall, gentle giants. He would distribute those things to people within Port Arthur, but also he would bring it back to LeCount in Cheneyville, Louisiana, where they were struggling more. And so I had these amazing examples
Yeah.
of grandparents and great grandparents that demonstrated. Sometimes people don't have to say it. The word philanthropy was not existent, that was non existent, right? Volunteerism, that was non existent. It was just their lifestyle, it is just what they did.
You bring up a great point because in that era of sharing, Papa would go out and they kill a couple hogs and they would share.
Hmm.
We had chickens in the backyard, and I'm always taking eggs down to Miss Beverly's house. And it was that
Hmm.
sense of community where we just shared whatever we had. Um, if somebody was needing something, uh, there were a group that just, if we had it, you had it, and there was never any doubt, no concern. Just, boy, go take them to Miss Beverly, yes, ma'am. And next morning, I had to go down and get those yeast biscuits and bring them back to the house. And that was my first butt whipping because I ate half of them on the way back. So, but that, again, we're showcasing younger generations that this cycle doesn't stop. We're
Hmm.
always going to do this. And as you mentioned, there are always going to be some people who have a little less than others and will need our services. Um, we just have to keep encouraging folks to say, this is a very satisfying job I have. This
Hmm.
thing that we do. Oh man, you out there with them people? I said, them people, that's my people. What do you mean them people, those people? You talking to me? Yeah, I'm here. Hand in the dirt, do what we gotta do, and help somebody. So
Hmm.
I, I I absolutely love the fact that your girls are following in your footsteps and or developing their own path to get to their piece.
Hmm.
It's this tremendous pie. So again, I'm running my mouth because I'm excited. What that-
No, beautiful. I think it's beautiful, man. I love the foundation because all she did was passing on what's passed on to her. And it's good seeds being sown. But as you were speaking, I was thinking about that when I worked at Methodist in Richardson, I worked at a rehab at night, drug rehab at night. And I was talking to the owner, and he said we was having a conversation, and some kind of way the conversation turned. So a statement he made, I don't know how we got there, but he said, "You never forget, Carrie, your today can be my tomorrow. Your tomorrow can be my today."
Hmm.
You know, so you can be on top of the world today, but You never know. So people with a passion like yours are much, much needed entity. And if you ask me, it's not enough compassion in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We live in a fast-paced world and a lot of meism. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I love the fact that you got involved early and you have your children involved early,
It's
and
our
they gonna,
responsibility. Yeah.
they're gonna pass it on to someone. What I did one time, I used to when I was younger, I had used to keep my daughter in that. I have a whole plethora of nieces and nephews. I mean, a whole plethora. We put up 2 school buses. Yeah. And so I loaded them in my expedition, all the girls. They were staying at my house for the weekend. I was spoiling all my nieces, buying them all kind of junk and candy, all kind of cavities and all kind of stuff. And so, but I would always come downstairs and we would have a spill. And when I came, like the preacher, they were like, "Oh, here you go." So I would always talk to them about the importance of education.
Mm-hmm.
And so I loaded them up one day and took them to the Star Hope Mission downtown for women and children. And they seen all those women and children sitting around outside because a certain time, my fire station was down there, so I knew about it. They used to make a lot of calls over there. And I said, and some people fall on hard times, but for the most part, I say, this is what happened. Because I was trying to scare them straight. I said, this is what happened in life when you make poor decisions. Okay. And all those people made poor decisions is stuff that happened because I remember I picked up this young lady from the mission, and one of her kids was sick, and she had 4 children, and she was 22 years old.
Hmm.
And they were sitting in the back of the ambulance because, if your kid's sick, they don't have babysitters at the mission. You got to take all your children with you. So
Mm-hmm.
I was taking her to Texas Children. I was sitting back there, and this young girl, you could tell she was confused, trying to figure things out, struggling. And I said, "So where you from?" And she told me she was from Detroit, Michigan. And she fell for the okie doke with some guy or whatever, and her own support. And I feel bad for her because, I was raised, but my father died, young. He was killed, I'm myself from Beaumont, Texas, as well.
You are.
My
Okay.
Texas, Golden Triangle,
Yeah.
the Clay Arches, Hollywood Village.
Okay. You really are.
Yes, I am. And so, I just wanted to throw my hands around and say, what can I do to, make things better? But I went back to that mission. I say, look, listen, I mean, anything that I can do to help or, what days y'all have, clean up or giveaways or something like that. They say, oh man, this is so nice. You can come back and ask. But my young lady pulled me aside and say, look, you're a firefighter. And a lot of these females are looking for a way out. So we don't want to put you in that type of situation. So I would, it's good that you asked, but if you're a female, we'd be glad. But, have men around here, these women, they part of desperation, So we want you to be in that situation. They could be totally innocent, I said, I understood that. And I didn't think like that, but she put them to the side.
And you don't have to think like that, right? We have been in that industry, in that field, working with women and children in homeless shelters for quite some time now. And that is not the majority of the mindsets.
Yeah.
They need help, they need volunteers, right? They need those support. I don't ever want you to like hold back on doing something that you're led to do because someone, puts something like that in. Because, you know, as I said, there were teachers there. There's a lady at that time, they had cancer. A lot of women have been in abusive relationships, but they're trying to better themselves, right? They're trying to enhance themselves. So I hope that you can continue to even work with that mission if that's
But
what
I
you're
tell you what I did. I went down to the men's shelter and volunteered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did.
And I'll say this, speaking of that, and where you may be able to help with our work with the mission of Yahweh, and we have adopted the mission of Yahweh. Um, we do need more men to volunteer at times for the boys that are there. It's women and children, but the children are girls and boys. And I spoke with someone with one of the fraternities even recently to say it would be great if we had more men to come. Sometimes with some of the churches, you'll see, and even with kids care, you have the teenage boys that are coming, right? We do a sports day at the Mission of Yahweh. You've had, kids to come and demonstrate basketball, football skills, cheerleading, soccer, but they do need to see more men because they're at a women and children shelter. So they're surrounded just by women all the time.
Yeah.
It is needed. Like, we have been blessed to gain a lot of partners. And one of the partners we were blessed with was Hewlett Packard. Myself and the girls, we were part of National Charity League, which is another mother-daughter nonprofit organization. But a friend, that I met through NCL said, Tawana, my company has some money, and I know you and your daughters are involved in the community, and we want to help sponsor a family for Christmas. And this was 2019. And I said, can you please come with me to the Mission of Yahweh? Okay. I'm always going to speak about the Mission of Yahweh. They run just off of donations. So Nikki came with me to the Mission of Yahweh, and 2 days later, she called and she said, can you please call and ask them to remove the angel tree off of the website? My company is going to purchase everything on that angel tree. Now, what has happened since then will blow you away, because she worked for Hewlett Packard. And what did she ask? Can I see what your computer lab looks like? Okay. What the computer lab looked like was not, nobody was complaining, but it was not what it needed to be to get to the next level. As a result, I will never forget, we were on spring break and she called to give me the good news that Hewlett Packard had agreed to build a brand new state-of-the-art adult learning center on the campus of the Mission of Yahweh, so that those women can do GED courses, they can do resumes, they can apply for whatever resources they need. So, collaboration is big. Uncle Funky Larry Jones, I heard you say your daughter's with United Airlines.
Yes, ma'am.
For the last year, since I went to Ghana last June and we adopted the Impact Orphanage there, I have been trying really hard. I've spoken with someone at the Port of Houston. I'm trying to find a partner to help with shipping. This particular orphanage that we adopted is 46 children in 2 rooms. They're all disabled. One side, one room, the kids can't walk at all. The other side, they have limited mobility, but all developmental issues. I went in June with Wheeler Avenue Baptist Church. Our church adopted the orphanage in that it is building them a new permanent space because they are renting. So what I did for my birthday last December, which is Christmas Day, is I held a fundraiser to raise money to pay the rent for that orphanage for the year. You have a few women that are taking care of all of these children who are disabled, because many people believe that these kids are cursed, right? So there's that stigma. And so I went back in November, and with the full intention, I went back with the church, but my main mission was to go back to that orphanage. So I carried 3 extra suitcases loaded with diapers, loaded with mats, because they're all on the floors. And in December, we were able to collect enough money to pay the rent for the year, to have additional funds to provide supplies. They need floor cleaner that is not harmful, right? And so we have other things that we need to send, because God has blessed us to have an amazing partnership with Walmart. We have other things that we need to send, but I have The challenge for me is finding a shipping partner, and I've put the word out everywhere I can, and I'm still trying to seal a partner, because what my desire is that once the permanent orphanage is built, I want to be able to have everything that they need already there. Have the mats already there, have the utensils that they need. I have a friend that is, she's moved up. She was a former medical director with Encompass, Katie, but now she's number two in Encompass, where she's going to review all of the disease, the diagnosis, so that she can help me to find the different little apparatuses that they may need to help them to develop better. So
Well,
partnership and
Miss
collaboration is key for me.
Miss Podolphin, and I've been down there because I said it correctly. Podolphin.
Hold on.
I know some folk down that way.
Okay.
I have just text messaged Papa my email address. Send me whatever the request is, and I will call Sonny tonight and follow up with an email and see if we can find out exactly what we need to do to get this party started.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Absolutely.
That would be so amazing. So amazing.
And I try to understand too as well. I reach out to my wife. She works for American Airlines.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Y'all just don't know what.
We tag team from both ends.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
I receive it. I believe it. I have no doubt.
It's gonna happen. Yeah, because I also have a piece of Beaumont in my life, so this whole golden triangle is a wonderful. I'm in second heaven tonight. This is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so awesome. So awesome.
So can we reset for a second? Tell us about your girls, their program, and how we all got involved for folk who may just have tuned into the program.
Okay, so my daughters are Kelsey Cadian and Campbell Cadian, and they founded Kelsey and Campbell's Kids Care Inc. at the ages of 6 and 8. They are now 20 and 23. Kelsey is a one-year graduate of Spelman College, and Campbell is in her junior year at Spelman College, and we do community service year-round. Our mission and motto for Kids Care is to encourage children and adults alike to exercise and exhibit compassion in action. So from disaster relief to literacy programs, to homeless shelters, orphanages, globally and locally, we try to be there. We have been blessed to have some amazing partners that have been there, like from the beginning, from Two Men in a Truck to Chick-fil-A, to Starbucks, Walmart, HEB, that believe in the mission and were supporting young people who were engaged and continue to be engaged in the community. When Kelsey started applying for college, and they have to complete a Common App, they have to do an essay, and they ask about your future aspirations. Mm. And Kelsey put in that essay that I want to expand my nonprofit so that we can serve more people. Like that did the world for me. And then that was 2021. And then in 2024, 3 years later, Campbell has questions along the same way. She wants to be sure, no matter if I do become this plastic surgeon, if she does become this lawyer, they want to continue to extend the outreach. So Kids Care has, our reach has extended into Ghana, Afghanistan, Honduras, Haiti, Ethiopia, Jamaica, and Uganda. We have 2 orphanages in Uganda that we support. If we can't get there and other people are getting there, we try to give them what they need to take. Even this past January, 2 of my friends were going to Ghana. And I said, can you please go to the Impact Orphanage for me? And they took things. They took diapers, They took supplies. Another friend had another orphanage she was supporting. Walmart had given us tons, pallets of school supplies. She was able to take those things. So we try to be there however we can. And our compassion and action is not always about people who are impoverished. It is about extending compassion. You got seniors that might need a little bit of assistance. You have young people who are bedbound. We would do an annual Christmas caroling for a cause. And one of our neighbors, he had earned his master's degree, had led Prairie View's tennis team as an assistant coach to a championship. And shortly after that, he suffered an AVM where the arteries and veins in his brain tangle. And this wonderful young man for 8 years became bedbound. And so for our Christmas caroling for a cause, we ask people to bring items to donate to an orphanage in Haiti. And then we go carol around the neighborhood. But we went inside that home of Trey Lozano. And the kids, for all of those years, watched Trey go from not being able to speak at all to, a wonderful surprise. I told him in April, I said, Trey, my birthday is Christmas Day. I need you to say my name for my birthday. And Trey was slowly progressing and progressing. And that December, the kids went in. I said, we have a surprise. Trey, what is my name? And he says, Juana. All the kids, their parents, everybody they were just elated because they were there. But compassion in action is not always just about someone who might be impoverished. It's somebody that needs compassion. Our little neighbor Bree battled Rett syndrome. And we went cheerleading. I was a cheer coach for the little ones. We went cheerleading, not caroling. We went to Trey's home. They made up a special cheer for Trey. We went to Bree's home. We cheered, special cheer for her. Another young girl, Eden, she was battling pediatric cancer. We went to her home, and the final home of the night was their assistant principal, Miss Bonnie Beachy, who was battling cancer. We went cheerleading, right? If we don't show children and get them involved with compassionate actions, they're not going to know how to do it when they become adults. Right. And we're going to need that. We're going to need that compassion from them.
I love your energy. I love your enthusiasm. I know after one event, you think you would be drained and tired. You're not. You're up and you're almost like, where's this juice coming from? What is this God thing? And it's all divine stuff. So you're definitely, you and your ladies are stellar stewards of this.
It's all him.
Yeah, that I do know. But the gifting and the obedience.
Yeah.
And you tell a very interesting story. And where are the girls in school?
So Kelsey is preparing to take her LSAT next month. Mm-hmm. So we don't know where she'll be in law school.
Okay.
Campbell is in Spelman. She's a junior health science major, but this summer she was blessed to be accepted for a fellowship at Harvard. So she is doing a summer fellowship at Harvard Medical School this summer.
The question is, would you tell everyone where Spelman University is?
Yes. So Spelman College is in Atlanta, Georgia. It is in Atlanta, Georgia.
See, that dirty South. I'm telling you, you have no idea until you touch down in a city like in Atlanta or Birmingham or Montgomery or Selma or Mobile, and we were talking about Biloxi, Mississippi. There's just something about that dirt and our connection and in our history that resonates this beautiful thing of looking out for each other. Setting an example. And we could spend all night talking about what we already know, the evils of that. But tonight we're going to concentrate on you, your ladies, and their good work, and the fact that we're about to make two huge connections, either United and or American. I say, why not get both?
Hey,
I am ready.
and cover the whole thing. That's how I think. So
and speaking of American, we got 2 flight attendants right now. Karen and my wife Tamara's watching the show right now. They're both in Chicago hanging out, so maybe they can get some insight and help out. But let me say this: I'm loving your energy when you're speaking to Uncle Funky about what you're doing, and it's almost as like you can't wait for the next event and the next event and the next event. And that spirit and that heart is unique, and I love it.
The harvest is plenteous.
I don't know if you watch a lot of politics, but Lawrence O'Donnell, he has a campaign in South Africa. He take deaths and he called it deaths for dollars, so dollars for deaths, one or the other. That he goes and deliver deaths to those kids in school in South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And he has some, some strong donors behind him, and he does some good work. But I think your outreach, not just locally, but abroad, is wonderful and is motivating. You and I spoke about our little Christmas drive.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good deed, in the community. But man, your outreach is great. Now we do the trail riders. Like the second week of December, we get the little party wagons. Now all trail ride groups, year round they have parties and they make money, blah blah blah. But that time of year, they all give back. And each party wagon is loaded down with gifts. And so with our listeners, I'm soliciting right now, there doesn't have to be any money involved. You can buy from the smallest toy to the medium toy, whatever you want to give. And we take it, we go down Scott Street and hit like 5 different apartment complexes. And a lot of those people are not well-to-do. And so the smallest gift is, and then you see those kids' eyes light up. And, my wife and I, we have the kitty at the house. We put the money in year round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we try to raise as much as we can, and we take it and go, buy toys, well, from Walmart or whatever. The place called Happy Tuesday, or Tuesday morning, or whatever it is, Tuesday evening. And buy as many as we can, but it's loaded down. But you feel bad because by the time we make it through all those apartment complexes, you still don't have enough to give out to those folks. So I'm putting it out there early for you. I love what you're doing. So come on, join us and hang out and ride the party wagon. And
we're gonna reserve some toys that we're getting in for you, and books. We're reserving books as well.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a big part of our. We do have a major kids care literacy component, and we collect and distribute books year round. I'm not sure if everybody realizes this. I'm a member of 12 Days of Christmas organization as well. In 2018, we launched the READ program. Now, Kids Care was already always collecting books and giving them away. Mm-hmm. However, at the launch of our READ program, Dr. Rhea Lawson, the director of the Houston Public Library System, gave a speech, and she shared some startling statistics to the point where after her speech, I said, can you confirm what you just said, right? At that time in 2018, for every 300 homes considered impoverished, there was one book. For every 300 homes in Houston considered impoverished, there was one book, and we don't even know if it was a children's book.
Wow.
So 12 Days since that time has distributed tens of thousands of books. We have a school, Bastion Elementary, that we adopted that we go into once a month, and we're distributing, hundreds of books at least once a month. Kids Care has continually distributed books here as well as in Africa. I brought books even on behalf of 12 Days to Africa last year as well. What I am hoping to do soon, hopefully before the end of the year, I want to put a book vending machine at the Mission of Yahweh. When we started, so something people don't realize, a lot of homeless shelters may have libraries, a room that's considered a library. At the Mission of Yahweh, they can't take the books out of the library. Okay. And I guess in an effort to make sure that there's always enough and people can, everybody has access, they can't take those books. So every time Kids Care goes, we bring books and we have to look the mom in the eye and say, this is for them to take to their room. Okay. Because everybody doesn't read well in another room with everybody else. Some people read well at night before they go to sleep, or they don't want to have to walk across the campus in the cold and the rain to get a book and stay in there. So we bring the books, and we have been doing this for years. So the first year that we did it, we did it in December during our cookies and cocoa night. In February, Helen Gay, who's the namesake of Mother Gay, her mother came there pregnant, and Helen now works at the Mission of Yahweh. Helen called me. She said, I have to tell you this. She said, one of our fourth graders got one of those books that you all left. Okay, so now this child has the opportunity to have a book in her room and read it every night. She said she entered a reading competition and she won first place.
Yeah.
So we really try to put books in as many hands of children that are in impoverished arenas as possible. So when we join you in December, we're also bringing books.
Definitely. Hey, we'll take it.
Oh yeah, load on the van. Let's go, Pop.
Yeah,
I'm excited right now. Let's go.
Hey, we got room for you in Aubrey. It's Aubrey.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot of fun.
I'm sure.
And I can tell your passion. I'm loving your passion. I'm over here loving your passion, but
thank you. Look, he made me this way. I can't help myself.
Yeah, but just that day we do that, I'm excited about when we hand out those toys to those kids. So I can just imagine with you.
I see my friend Tiffany Perkins is on. Yeah. Tiffany is a retired educator. She retired last year. Her mother was a retired educator as well. When we talk about compassion in action, her mom is Catherine Green. And Miss Green is another one, right, that demonstrated compassion in action. She would go and visit with people in the nursing home. Mm-hmm. She would go and sing with them. She would go and read her Bible with them. And just before she passed away, literally on hospice, she called. She told Tiffany she needed to call. She wanted Tiffany and I to get together because she had an idea to honor women who demonstrated the characteristics of Tabitha in the Bible. Wow. So thus Tabitha Women has been formed. And it's about women who give, to support others, to be of service to others. And Tiffany recently lost 2 uncles just in a few weeks' time. And we talked last week, and she talked about the women there in China, Texas. I know y'all know about China. Some women who came and who they brought all the food and they served them and they packed everything up. So just another demonstration. Ms. Green was a demonstration of compassion in action.
Ooh, well, my God.
For the folk that's listening, before I let you go, I get my next guest, but tell them how they can get involved with your organization. What can they do if they want to donate, if they want to just come by, they want to involve?
Yeah, there are so many ways. You can reach out to me. My number is 409-553-9381. And
say it real slow.
409-553-9381. And our Kids Care website is www.kckidscare.org. kckidscare.org.
Well,
and even if we're not there, even if you are just listening, and you can even think that in your neighborhood or some children at your church, if you can even think to say, you know what, I'm a retired teacher. I have all these children's books. let me bring those with me to church Sunday. Vacation Bible schools are going on all over. There are opportunities where you have extra clothing from yourself, from your children. Bring those to the churches because the children are going to be there so that when the moms come to pick them up, they say, hey, by the way, you want to come take a look, see if you need this. You got extra diapers, share those things. It might seem like something very small to you, but your answered prayers to someone, it restores people's faith, it restores people's hope just because of your action. So even if you don't reach out to us, just exercise compassion in action somewhere, however you can.
Well, the story of the young lady who just won the reading competition should here's a book, and all of a sudden she's in front of people reading and winning. That is an example of just one drop of kindness.
Yes.
And you started a whole fire. Well, Miss Tawana, it was good to reconnect with you tonight. And
thank you as well.
like I said, Papa has my information, and I'm gonna give my daughter a call now to find out what buttons to start pushing at United and see what we can find out and get this done for you.
I surely appreciate it. It has been a wonderful honor and privilege to be with you gentlemen tonight.
Well, let me say this. This is a blues and Southern soul show, and we have various guests, but you make this, people like you, make this show worthwhile.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're definitely a godsend. By the way, my daughter Kara is watching. She says hello.
Hey, Kara, how are you, beautiful?
But you and I will definitely be in contact because I want to be a part of your organization, something whatever I can do. At the same time, I'd like you to be a part of, even just come hang out and see how we do it.
Yes,
I'd love you to come and just observe it. It's a wonderful thing. So, I mean, it does my heart well just for that little bit. So I can imagine, how you feel you're around. Because, I mean, you're global, which is wonderful. And we appreciate you and need more people like you. So continue to spread the love and be who you are.
Thank you very much.
And much success to you girls in college. I have you, as well as you know, I have two in college myself. So I know it's a feat, but you're doing well. And kudos to Spelman.
Thank you.
Up the dirty South. All right, Mr. Wayne, thank you so much.
Okay, I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Right.
Good night.
Wow.
That was awesome, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, man. So, but this is a part of what we do, and I know you fall back on the Blues and Zydeco show, but it's all encompassing because you're a part of that community. And the key for me tonight, what you said, was your trail rider association with those men and women who are going to take this over the top with their donations and their time. Y'all about to get to work. Big time. Big time. She is a light. Enjoyed the story about her mom. And I'm sitting here laughing the whole time because they're talking to the son of a librarian. It's like, you can't get away. Oh, yeah. My summers were spent putting books back on the shelves, and folk were really when I said the old Dewey Decimal System. So, yeah, it's all connected, man. We just got to continue to share. But I absolutely love reconnecting with Ms. Tawana. That 12 Days of Christmas program is an awesome event, man. Just so much good comes out of that. And you walk away feeling great. So, but Papa, your friend just walked through the door, so
okay.
Being called in the kitchen, I get a chance to lick the bowl because she's making another cake, and I know you don't want to deprive me from my cake making.
I definitely do, because let me tell y'all before I let off go, man. Before I get to my next guest, that cake, it will send you to rehab. Take it from me. I've had a total of 4 slices now. And each time he brought me a slice, he didn't bring me one, he brought me 2. The first 2 didn't make it home. But this time, the second one made it home, but I had it for dinner last night when I came home from the club, sitting on the couch. Yeah. So tell Miss Charlene I said thank you for feeding me my late night snack.
I was trying to get it in here, but she's not coming in. But the thing about that cake is good. And you're gonna try to maybe get her on your food truck when you go out on your trail
The
run?
next time I go out, I'm gonna try to make her a part of it if she's willing, because they might want the dessert more than want my food, but that's okay. It's just that good.
All right, my friend. Well, to the family at the Poppa C Blues and Zydeco Soul show, I got to get out of here, man. I
Well,
appreciate you.
I won't see you tomorrow because I'll be at the station, but I catch you Wednesday.
Great.
Morning.
I'll
Yeah.
make space with you.
Yes, sir.
I'm always just phone call where you need me. Just holler.
All right. Well, you have a good night and go and lick that bowl.
I'm thinking of you, Poppa C.
Yes, sir.
God bless, man. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later. All right, y'all. Man, that was awesome with that young lady and what she stood for. And, you know, it needs more people like her in the world, but it's great. So, all right, well, let's get down to the nitty and the gritty. I got a young man coming in, making a whole lot of noise, like I do always when I have artists on. I give myself a mini concert just to see how they vibe it, and I do a little digging. This young man is not only an artist, he's a writer, because one of the young ladies I had on my show, Steffi Luckett, he's written a lot of music with her. So it goes by the name of Jay Lake. What's up, my brother?
What's going on with you, man? You all right?
Let me say, man, thank you for joining Blues and Southern Soul Show on a Monday night, man. I appreciate it. Anytime these artists, man, accept the invitation, man, it's big. Because I know y'all on the road, y'all busy, man. So, you know, I'd never take it for granted if I get 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 or 20. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it. Because you take time
My
out
pleasure.
your schedule.
My pleasure, man. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about Jay Lake, man.
Well, you know, Jay Lake, man, I'm from Tennessee. I stay here in Memphis, Tennessee, man, but I'm by way of small town by Bolivar, Tennessee, man. Grew up in church, church musician. Mother was a gospel singer, still a gospel singer. And, man, just been a part of music, man, my entire life.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's the story of most of my artists. Come on, man. That foundation is always church.
Yes, sir. You got to go to church, man. You got
Which is
to
a
get to
good
church.
thing. It's always church.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you got to be, man. I think most of the artists I know that I work with, you know, definitely came from church. Absolutely.
Well, let me ask you this: when you decided to after you know sing gospel and you moved over to because I put you in, I don't put you in, I take you out to Southern Soul. I put you in Southern Soul and R&B because I listen to your music. Did some
Right.
homework. It's
Okay.
research I gotta do. So I had to be in two spaces, bro. Because
Right.
you got that talent, you got that natural talent. See, you know when a guy have talent when you don't have to be in the studio to project that voice, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely, man.
you got to be around all those synthesizers and equipment. You know,
Right.
so, but you got that natural
Right.
talent. And I didn't check you out, man. Like I say, I spent some time in the studio, you know, checking you out and see what I normally do with most artists anyway. See where you at and see potential. But I think you're gonna be around for a long time because you remind me of some of the artists I've been on there with who writing and singing. So it's
Right.
just all up in you,
Oh, yeah.
in your bones.
Yeah, man. I've been doing this a long time. I'm a young man, but I've been doing it for a long time, man. Long time.
Yeah, I mean, you've been on the road with a young guy, and
Yep.
yeah,
Young guy's a very good, young guy's a very good friend of mine.
yeah,
We talk every week. We about to work on some more music for him, working on this album and stuff like that. So we very close.
yeah. You
Yes,
tell him and Key King, I say what's up.
absolutely.
So yeah, young guy came on. Actually, Keita was down in H Town, and she came over and was interviewing him, and she walked in the studio, and he said, "Oh, y'all
Okay.
doing me like that?" Huh? Yeah. So he making his little videos and the movies, and he doing his thing, man. So
Right.
I'm happy for him, man.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. You ever come down H-Town way?
I haven't been to H-Town in a while, man. I came to visit just to hang out. I had a promoter, I can't remember the promoter name, but I had a promoter reach out about possibly coming down there one time. So yeah, man, I got to get back down there soon.
Houston is a big market, man. Just like Mississippi and the Carolinas, man, with Southern Soul, man.
Right.
And you talking to a DJ who's been in clubs for years.
Right.
And if you ain't giving their Southern Soul, man, then you gonna get booted and scooted, bro. You
got to keep the
out of code.
Yeah, you got to keep
R&B, but they gotta have their Southern Soul, man. So last week I introduced them to Poppa that ish.
Yeah. How did it go?
They love it.
Okay.
I get a request for it now. When they come up to the DJ booth and say, "Who is that?" Then I take credit for. I say, "That's my man Jay Lake."
I appreciate it.
But most people Shazam it, building their little playlist, man.
Right.
And that's I ain't gonna lie to you, it's hot. It's hot.
I appreciate you, man.
Because some music I say yay and some I say nay to.
Right.
And I was listening and see, I say, most of ours I want to see if there's gonna be a mainstay.
Right.
So I give myself a limited concert, put my head down. I said, okay, now go to the next one. See, that cake is consistent with every bite.
Right. That's the goal. That's the goal, man. That's the goal.
Yeah.
I try not to put no music out if it ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's good, man, because you like putting out quality. You got a little self-worth. Some people think, and trust me, I get emails all the time.
Right.
I know a lot. I've done a lot of track shows from Tucker to Jeter Jones, Washington, Georgia with King George and Trucking Him and Sister Wilborn,
right.
Bad Girl to, I've done a lot of track shows.
Okay.
And, and then I have some guys walk into the club or email, hey man, play this for me.
Right.
And sometimes you don't hurt their feelings, man, but
yeah.
It's because you can scream, don't make it music.
That's true. That's very true.
So I had M. Cali went from Mobile to Bessemer, Alabama, then he came through H-Town. But I don't know if you know M. Cali, but
we just did a show together. And we did a show together not long ago, probably a couple of months ago in Killeen, Texas.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, every time he touch down H-Town, he's gonna hit me up, man. So last night I was at the club. I played the club on Friday nights and Sundays. And so he hit me up. I said, Poppa, see where you at, man? I said, man, superstar. He fell off there with his little entourage, man. And I said, you coming down, I'm gonna put you to work. Because every artist stop by there, I'm gonna give him the mic, man. You're gonna give me a song or two, man. So if you don't come to H-Town, just beware.
Okay.
Like young guys say, take heed.
Right.
Because I'm gonna introduce them to Jay Lake. They don't know who Jay Lake is.
Right.
They don't know who he is. And they don't do anything but promote you because they fell in love with M. Cali, man.
Right. That's good.
I want that brown liquor love.
Right. That's all right. Yeah.
So what prompted you to start singing, R&B and Southern Soul?
Well, man, like I said, have been in church all my life, and my mom, she was. I'm not sure if you aware of like Lee Williams and the gospel side and stuff like that.
Sure, I came up with quartets.
Okay. So my mom and Lee Williams and George Dean, the gospel four, they always Lisa Knowles. They was already good friends when I was young, so I did that my entire youth life. When I got around 15, I decided, I want to do something different, man. So I started playing around with R&B. And, putting music out when I was in high school and, giving it away and stuff like that, man. And I had a record back then when around the time I got ready to graduate. It was called Paint a Picture. I put it on the radio. It did really well for me, man, and started doing some R&B shows. So, started getting grown and was opening for Genuine and Tank and Life Jennings, a lot of guys like that.
Slow down. Watch out, son. Slow down.
Yeah, man. So I was blessed to work with a lot of the heavy hitters in R&B. And then when it came to Southern Soul, like I tell people all the time, my brother was a Southern Soul fan. He loved Southern Soul. I really didn't know much about Southern Soul like that, you know. My daddy played the blues when I was young and stuff like that. I really didn't grasp to it too fast. But my brother was like, man, do a Southern Soul record. And I kept saying, nah, man. So I ended up doing a record, man. It was called Party. And man, it hit, man. And I started getting booked for a lot of shows and started liking it over here, man, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And man, I just been
How long has it been?
Party came out, man, probably about, I say about 6 years ago. That was my first Southern Soul record. Yeah. And you know, when I came in, I met LJ Eccles, J1, Omar Cunningham, and we became really good friends, and they invited me over to Southern Soul. So I've been working over here, man.
Yeah, Omar keep teasing me, man. I'll message him, man. Hey, man, I want you on my show. He'll say, okay, Papa C. I always get it, man. So I say, okay, when you ready, him and Fat Daddy, man, they give me a hard time, man.
Yeah. Omar, me and Omar, we talk every week. I talk to all these guys every week, man. So we stay in touch and we stay very connected, man. Very connected.
Well, you talk to Omar next week, man. You tell him the show is painless, bro. It's painless.
Oh, yeah.
We've been going for a year and a half, and just about every Southern Soul artist you can name.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the last show I hosted at the Arena Theater down in Houston was a young guy, LJ Eccles, Mr. Gita Jones, and Cicely Wilborn.
Okay. Nice ticket.
Lineup. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, we had a good time that night, man. We had a real good time that night.
Yeah, man. I'll reach out to Omar tomorrow and let him know he need to get on this show, man.
Tell him, come on, man. Man. I'm just, I played this music last night. One of the songs that I couldn't beat when I was winding down, man. They still vibing to it, man. So tell them, show me some love, man, because I'm gonna show every Southern Soul artist come on here. Because I'm at the club 2 days a week. And I gotta have variety. And on Saturdays, I'm somewhere, somebody's backyard, somebody's like this Saturday. I'm gonna be at some hotel playing for a 70th birthday party, man. But Saturday I was at a cigar bar.
Okay.
And it's across the track. They don't have 40 ounce, they have fine wine.
Okay. All right.
And so I came in there. I performed with open up for Mr. Willie. He did a track show.
Gotcha.
Chad Jones.
Yeah.
And so after I set up, I'm looking around. Everybody had a little sherry or their cognac and their cigars and fedoras on. I said, I don't know if I can. I might need to go with some Frankie Beverly or Luther. Old boy came over to me and said, hey man, he said, Papa C. First, he tripped me out because he said, my laptop has my name on it in my cloth. I set up. He looked when I was setting up. He got up. He said, man, he said, ain't you that dude on the radio with Funky Larry? I said, yeah, I am, man. He said, oh man, he lost his mind. He said, man, look, Saturday we do something different. On Monday through Thursday we do a little jazz, but on Saturdays we do like a little mixture.
Right.
Man, give me some of that old school stuff, man. Some of that Southern Soul, man. And so my first song was Poppa That Ish.
Okay. I like that.
And it went from there to Jeff Lloyd, I Found Love.
Oh, yeah.
Quinn Golden,
Yeah.
plus Tucker and King George, and when it's all said and done that night, the owner came to me and said, hey, these folks love you. Can I get you every Saturday?
Oh, okay.
I said, no, you can't. I said, but we can work some because I'm at the club Fridays and Sundays.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And so some Saturdays I like to take a deep breath every once in a while, but right now I'm booked up. I told her I couldn't right now because I'm booked up until August.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
And so I just didn't have, but I wouldn't mind going from time to time, but it's just it's like you being on the road sometimes. You want to come home and just have the downtime, the chill time, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've been on a hard run, man, for about, I'm not gonna kid you, I hadn't been out of the club for years. I had not been out of the club. That's me holding down a full-time job now.
Right.
He
Right.
retired, and so I hadn't been out the club for years and doing parties on Saturdays. Been at the radio station for 3 years, so it's a hectic schedule. At the same time, I tell y'all that I always need fresh music, man. Some good music, man.
Right. Right.
Because I'm not one of them DJs going there and play Tuck and King George all night long.
Right.
I gotta have some good Southern soul artists. So I need y'all to keep it coming to help your boy out.
Got you, man. I got you.
Because when I heard this song, man, I called it. Woo! This boy, I heard. I don't know. I heard it on the radio, man. Because I'm always on the internet looking for music, man. I heard it, but when I heard that song, man, I had to hit you up, bro.
Yeah, it just like I said, it just released on Friday, man. So we trying to put some fire behind it and keep it moving, man. Get everybody on top of it.
Well, I'm definitely gonna pop that issue over here, bro. I'm gonna let you know I'm gonna pop it.
Yeah, well, hey, we need you to pop it, man.
As a matter of fact, I'm finna pop it right now.
Right.
I gotta pop my shit. Sometimes people say you gotta be humble, and I get that. But at the end of the day, I gotta pop my shit. It's in me, not on me. See, I ain't got time to be worried about what folks think about me. No. Whether you doing good, whether you doing bad, they gonna hate on what they see. They see you shining bright every day and night, moving all over the world, looking all right. You didn't have money, everything was fine. Then you got a couple dollars, now they feeling all behind. Ooh, I can't simplify my life. Just to make you feel like I gotta pop my every dog, if you're not happy, that's on you. I'm gonna do what I guess. I gotta pop my every chance I get. You ain't gotta bother nobody. They still gonna talk about you. Might as well gonna pop you. Come ahead and do what you do. You ain't gotta pull back down. Better keep on stepping. It's the things they don't know about you. Let them keep on kissing. They see you shining bright every day and night, moving all over the world, looking all right. When your pocket was empty, everything was fine. Then you got a couple dollars, now they feeling all behind. Ooh, I can't simplify my life. Just to make you feel like I gotta pop my every dog, if you're not happy, that's on you. I'm gonna do what I guess. I gotta pop my every chance I get. I can't simplify my life. Trying to feel right now. I gotta pop my I'm gonna pop my ooh, if you're not happy, that's on you. I'm gonna do what I do. I gotta pop my I'm enjoying my life, and I'm looking alright. I gotta pop my ooh, I'm enjoying my life every day and night. You see me on my every chance I get. Ooh, we can simplify my life. I can do it, make you feel right. It's something I want. Every time you see me, I'm doing mine and I happy. That's on you. You're gonna do what I do. Do what I do. When I didn't have a thing, it was cool to you. My life is sick, to make you feel right. And that ain't my since you're there watching me, did you not happy? That's on you. I'm gonna do what I do. I gotta pop my
Jay, I'm gonna tell you what I like about my show, man, is that a lot of times, Houston area got a lot of hot DJs, man. We have some talented DJs in there. It's a web though, and we all pretty much know each other. Because I call Jay Lake, hey man, can you play for me over here tonight? Hey man, so and so, you know. But the fact that when I break a song on the show,
Right.
it circulates around the city, man.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
I had breezed too much. It's been out a minute, but I had him on the show last week. All of a sudden, man, I'm hearing "If You Gonna Love Me." I mean,
Right.
on the radio, I'm hearing it.
Right.
Everybody, you know, and not saying it's all me, but I like the fact that, you know, they watch. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's all said and done. The numbers, we get over 1,000 views a night, you know.
Yeah.
I was DJ, see who pops he got on that tonight, man. And that
That's
song
all
right
right.
there, that club that I played on Fridays and Sundays, man, it is perfect.
That's great, man. I gotta get down there and check you out, man.
Man, this MF is so hot, man. I'm telling you, dog. And I be trying to reserve it for the middle of the club, but it's a great opening song, man. And
Right.
them folk on Fridays, man, and Sundays, they be ready to party. But whatever happens Sunday they were lit all night. They were lit all night long, man. We brought it, man. When I enjoy it, man. When I keep my damn foot moving and people smiling, man, I'm doing my job, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
hey, if it's a good warm up record, you might have to slide it in there twice. Then you might have to warm them up with it and play it again later on.
Well, you know what, being a DJ, I can, and I do, and I will, and I have, you know, I have, man.
Yeah.
But it's just good. I like it. Anytime when I get good music like that, man, it just helped me with the variety, man. I got more material. And it sounds good.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you want, man.
That's what I want. That's what I need, man.
Right.
You know, I got children in college, bro. I got to and so thank you for helping me. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying, keep on cooking.
Yeah, I got you, man.
And keep on making it hot.
Right. Yes, sir.
But so I mean, what you got coming up for is concerts and for is
man, look, I just did a show last night in Tennessee. You know, I stay in Memphis, Tennessee, so I was in Mason, Tennessee last night, which is about 40 miles from home, and we had a great show. Me and LJ Eccles last night. In July 17th, me and LJ will be in a city called Qualla, Mississippi. You know, one of them old country cities, man, down in Mississippi, man, that love to have a good time. So we got that coming up, man. And I'm in the studio, man. We're working with, you know, your girl Stephanie Luckett, LJ Eccles, Young Guy, man. It's a lot of new artists I'm working with. So writing and producing a lot of work for a lot of artists, man. But I had to slide me a single.
You wrote some music for Stephanie Luckett too, didn't you?
Yeah. I just talked to Stephanie not long ago. Yeah, I do music. We got some more music coming soon. So I'm writing and producing for a lot of people too, man. So I'm just staying busy on every. That's why I had to pop my ish real quick before I get back in the studio on somebody else's stuff. Yeah, man.
You made sure you slide by LJ Eccles too, man, because the game is contact movies down here at the arena, man. But I lost it, man, so I can't find a number on it, man. But so.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, I've been killing him for years, man. He got a Christmas song that I play every year, and I remember I would play the Red Rooster.
So do you play Let's Get Drunk? LJ Eccles, Let's Get Drunk?
No, I've never played that one, but I play a lot of LJ music, man. I play a lot of it, but I'm gonna have to make sure I put that in my library. It's banging, though.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I co-wrote that with him. I produced that, so we got to get that one rolling too.
Yeah, man. Look, all material that you can give me,
right? I got you.
Notation, because I sit down and prepare for my show on Fridays and Saturdays, man, and every week on Fridays I gotta come different.
Right.
On Sundays I gotta come different.
Right.
So I'm constantly in the studio, and I might go your song about 15 times. Say, where can I put this? In the middle, the end, beginning, blah 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 blah.
Right.
Now go to the next one. You know, I can't throw fastballs all the time, bro.
Right.
I need some sliders, curveballs, knuckleballs. You know, so
right.
No, I'm constantly in the studio trying to make it happen. And so far, we've been good throughout the years, man. Because my first love is blues.
Right.
The second is Southern Soul.
Okay.
And so I can remember, I tell you a story right here. I was playing in 4 clubs at one time, not one time,
Right.
during the week. So I was sitting at the table. I was playing at this club called The Bottom Line. And I would get there at 6 o'clock. There's some ladies, Miss Nona and Deborah, they all said the ball all the time, and they didn't want nothing but blues. Lil
Right.
Milton, Tyrone Davis, and Bobby Bland, all that. So then later on, the bikers started coming in, the young crowd coming in, the Southern Soul crowd coming in. So I was on the computer, man, sitting at the table. I had 2 hours before I got up and got dressed, and I ran across Keep On Rolling.
Okay.
King George. I said, man, who is King George, man? I was finna flip by. I was
Right.
going to the music. I said, let me listen to it for a minute. I listened to that, and I said, man, dude sound all right.
Yeah.
Then I listened to Too Long.
Uh-huh.
Right? And so I went on download it from my library. And then I went to the club. I gave them their little blues for a while. And Johnny Taylor, Tyrone Davis, Bobby Womack, giving it to them.
Right.
So the bikers come in at certain times. So I said, I'm going to try this. So I played it, Keep On Rolling. Everybody sit there.
Okay.
And I played Too Long, they just, okay. I said, I guess they ain't feeling this. Whoever this King George is. So I put him to the side a little bit. And so I went to the Red Rooster following Friday. I played Keep On Rolling, man. The dance floor was packed. And people coming to DJ, man, who is that?
Right.
But before then, I had called when I was at the table, I called my buddy named Jamie J. I said, Jay, you ever heard this cat named King George? He said, who? I said, yeah, listen to his music, man. But now they can't get enough of him. You got to play him, 15 times a night.
Right.
So, I think that's our job, the DJ's job, to break music and put it out there, and hopefully, make y'all
Right.
know in every region. I know you down there in Tennessee, right?
Right. Yeah.
Everybody know, Jay Lake in Tennessee, but we want everybody to know Jay Lake in H-Town.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what you want, man. You want to move around. You want to be known. Your music out there everywhere.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you
write your own music?
Yeah, I write all of my music. Yes, sir. I wrote everything that I put out.
So what tell me somebody's got a beat.
Somebody got a beat, man. I wrote that, man. I was my co-producer. He made that track and he sent the track over to me. I produce as well. So, but I've been working with. Sometimes I get tired of recording to my own music. So my guy sent me a track and I just thought about that old man that be in the that put his suit on and put his hat on and shoes, Stacey Adams on, and go hang out with the young folks in the corner. He at the old juke joint. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, somebody got to be the life of the party. A lot of times at the clubs, people sitting around chilling, but you got that old player type dude. He in there having a good time, having a good time. So I just use my imagination, man, about that and put that Somebody Gotta Be record out, man. People love it, man. They still love that record. I love it too. So it's one of my favorite records that I ever done.
Well, I heard it, but I want to share it, man.
Okay.
Somebody gotta be the life of the party. Ain't no standing around. Let's get the party started. Somebody gotta be the life of the party. Ain't no standing around. Let's get the party started. I was getting on too late one Friday night. There wasn't no man there. You can tell he was feeling right. That man hit the floor. He was up on every song. I was headed to the bar. He said, young man, let me get one. He kept on dancing, y'all, having a good old time. He was pulling all the ladies to the floor and they looking mighty fine. Some of the fellas were sitting back looking real strange. That old man said, brother, for many years I've been doing my thing, but somebody gotta be the life of the party. Ain't no standing around. Let's get the party started. Somebody gotta be the life of the party. Ain't no standing around. Let's get the party started. Next thing you knew, that old man had the party started. Even the fellas got up. That old man said, I think they caught it. They saw that old man picking them women. Drop it real low. The DJ stopped playing. The old man said, give me one more. When it was time to leave, he danced all the way to the door. He had the time of his life. He really wasn't ready to go. Somebody gotta be the life of the party. That old man give me that juke joint and got that party started. Yeah, somebody gotta be the life of the party. Ain't no standing around. Let's get the party started. Somebody gotta be the life of the party. Ain't no standing around. Let's get the party started. Somebody gotta be the life of the party. Ain't no standing around. Let's get the party started. Somebody gotta be the life of the party. Ain't no standing around. Let's get the party started. That old man was the life of the party. Late one Friday night, had an old juke joint. Yeah, we had a good time. Got the hole in the wall.
Boy, you killing those Baptist voice coming out, man. That old church voice coming out, man. It's all good. Yeah, it's all
Hey,
good, man.
I can't take that away, man. You know, the church is in me, man. So
Yes, sir,
I just do it. I just do it the only way I know how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you got it all together, man. I mean, it sounded real good too.
Yeah,
so you tell the folks how they can book Jay Lake, man. They want to book you, man.
Well, man, you can just reach out to us at 901-262-8286. Once again, that's 901-262-8286. Or you can email us at soullinkmusic@gmail.com, man. And we'll be looking for you, man. Be looking forward to coming to see y'all, man. Like I said, we got to get back to Houston, even if I'm just coming to visit and popping up on you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
If you make it H-Town, bro, please look me up, man.
Yeah, absolutely. You better know
look
it.
Me up, bro.
You better know it.
I appreciate you taking out the time on your Monday night, man, to make the show that much better, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me. You know, I'm glad to meet you, man. Glad to meet you.
Likewise, man.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that come back 2 or 3 times, man. They got a single, man. Album they dropped, man. They hit me up, man. Hey, man, I want to come back. P2K will call me in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to So anytime you want to come back on the show, man, you're more than welcome. You have my number, you have my email, just hit me up.
I got you, man. Man. It much success, man, to the show, man. I really enjoy it.
We want a year and some change now, man. It's been good. It's been fun.
Okay. That's great. Sir. That's great, man.
All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Lake. Peace.
All right.
That's my man, Jay Lake. Charles Odom. How you doing, brother? Karen walk up in Chicago, they're out there still partying, contaminating, drinking and hanging out. Know what y'all doing down there. Hey, Jay and Lady Audrey, y'all give me a hard time about that cake. It's okay. You can call me greedy without calling me greedy, but you know, Lady Audrey, AJ, that cake was good. Uncle Funky's wife, man, look, she cooked that cake like it's in the country. You know, I can't get enough of it, I'm telling you. I got home from the club last night, I sit on the couch and ate my cake and drank me some water, as they say in the country. So yeah, it was delicious, it was. So, you know, I teased y'all about a song, I couldn't find the song last week, and I happened to play this song in the club. I played it before I got there. And this song, when my mom died, I used to go run and hide somewhere because I didn't want people to see me crying. But my mom passed, and my heart hurt so bad. And I just, wife used to make me try to get out of bed. My kids would come over. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't get my legs under me. And I remember walking down that aisle. I told my sister, and we pulled up in the limousine. I said, I'm not getting out. Because I didn't want to see my mom in that casket. And I don't mean to sad down the show, but this song, I promise y'all will find out. Look for this song, and I remember playing it. I remember how it broke me down. I'm sure I'll do the same thing tonight when I get off, when I get off the show tonight. But I found it. And I wanted to share it because, man, when I played it, it reminded me of my mother so much. And yeah, it hit me hard. And for a long time, I'm not ashamed to say it, man, I cried for a long time. I would never let nobody see me while I was at work or at home. I would go to the barn, I would get in my car, I would just go somewhere and aching. To this day, I had not been back to my mother's gravesite. I don't even know where it is, and I don't know if I ever go because, guess I'm in denial. Don't want to face reality, But before I end the show, I want to share this song with y'all. And I hope y'all like it as much as I do.
Never got the chance to say goodbye. Thought I'd see you one more time. I left your things on your side of the room, just in case you came home soon. I still turn to you without thinking twice, like you're still there just outside. Every little sound fills up the room, like it's trying to bring me back to you. You might be gone, but I'm dreaming of you. And all the little things that you used to do. Now I'm stuck in this house full of things we knew. Trapped in a life that doesn't have you. They say time heals, that's not true. It just don't move without you. I keep holding on like I always do, dreaming of you to get me through. I remember the call saying you were gone. I froze in time trying to hold on. The words didn't land, they passed right through, like they were meant for someone other than you. The keys are still sitting there by the door, right where you left them the night before. I pass by slow every time I walk in. If I don't move them, you might need them again. You might be gone, but I'm dreaming of you. And all the little things that you used to do. Now I'm stuck in this house full of things we knew. Trapped in a life that doesn't have you. They say time heals, that's not true. It just don't move without you. I keep holding on like I always do, dreaming of you to get me through. used to do. Now I'm stuck in this house full of things we knew. Trapped in a life that doesn't have you. They say time heals, but that's not true. It just don't move without you. I keep holding on like I always do, dreaming of you, getting me through.
Yeah, so that's my song for my mother. Yeah. Yeah. So appreciate y'all hanging out with me on Monday night. You know, we'll be back next Monday. And I think I got one artist, you know, we may be able to have a little music next week. A lot of music next week. Charles Odom, I appreciate you hanging out. Sister Calloway, Lady Audrey, Sarah Wheeler, Jill Payton, my sister, checking in. Karen Walker, Tamara, y'all down there in Chicago doing y'all thing. I appreciate all y'all. Nisa, AJ, my granddaughter Paris hanging out. Vanessa Owens, Kimberly Hampton, my other sister-in-law. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. And Leroy Allen, hope you feeling better, man. I have to call you. But y'all, come on back with me. Hang out with me next week. Good yourself and someone else. Until next week, y'all. God bless y'all. Be safe.